Welcome to CBTSport.net Game of the Week. Bringing you high school, college, amateur, semi-pro, and professional sports video from right here in Central Vermont. Over a decade of local Central Vermont sports video action. Get ready, because it's time for the CBTSport.net Game of the Week.
My daddy made this. Daddy!
This game is made possible by M. Brown Trucking, taking care of all of your agricultural services, trucking, and snowplowing needs. M. Brown Trucking, you can reach them at 802-272-7009 or email them at mbrown-truckingvt@gmail.com.
Good evening and welcome to U32 High School, where tonight's boys basketball matchup features the Division III visiting People's Academy Wolves coming into this game with a record of 4 wins and 14 losses against the 2-16 U32 Raiders. I'm Carl Parton. I'll be bringing you the call alongside Vermont's biggest basketball fan, Garrett Sisley. Thanks for joining us, Garrett.
Thank you very much, Carl. Pleasure to be here 3 nights in a row. First night with the girls and back-to-back nights with the boys.
Yeah, I'm so pleased for both U32 and People's Academy. This game was canceled twice already, including Monday night because of that blizzard. And it looked like perhaps People's might not want to reschedule this one, because it does mean People's played last night. They're going to play tonight. They're going to play tomorrow night. So 3 games in a row. But Coach Yando said, you know what? The boys love to play. The fans love to watch them. And I love to coach. Let's do it.
Absolutely. So, yeah, coming away with a tough loss against Harwood, the number 4 ranked team in boys Division II basketball, a 62-33 loss last night at Harwood. So coming into tonight's game against U32, looking to get some quality Division II index points to try to move up in the Division III standings. U32 playing last night as well, so both teams are, I can't say equally as tired, because they're 16, 17-year-old kids, so they regroup.
They're warmed up and ready to go, that's for sure.
Exactly. So
People's Academy plays a really tough schedule, Garrett. They play in this division. They play Spalding, they play Montpelier sometimes, they play U32. So that's a tough Division II pack of opponents that they get to take on here and there. So they're battle tested. And People's Academy last season had a down year. And really looking at U32's schedule this year, I said People's Academy is a game that's really in the wheelhouse. And suddenly, out of nowhere, People's Academy gets a superstar from South Burlington in Jack Lafayette, the sophomore, and he's a guy we got to watch tonight.
He can do everything and everything on the basketball court. Like Jay Billis likes to call it in the college game, a 3-level scorer. Nobody picks him up at half court. He will pull up from Steph range and knock it down effortlessly. He glides so well through the lane, but I think what is underestimated of him is his playmaking. If he can get his co-stars involved as well, that makes this team extremely, extremely dangerous, and a team that nobody wants to see in the Division III playoffs.
And they got a couple big wins, certainly, in their repertoire. Win against Randolph. They had a 4-game winning streak early in the season, and it looked like they were going to be a real tough team. And since they've gone on a 9-game skid, So people's looking to break that and get things going in the right direction as they get close to playoffs here. The Raiders, as always, we talk about a three-point shooting threat. They've got 4 or 5 guys that can get hot and hit a few in a row. And as I said last night, they've got a puncher's chance in every game because of that three-point shooting. What they need is 2, 3, or even 4 of their long-distance shooters hitting on the same night. They've had it happen for a half at a time, usually the first half, where 3 or 4 of their guys are stroking, and they get the leads, and then maybe 2 of those 4 or 3 of those 4 guys stop hitting the long distance shots, and that's when the other team comes in and takes over by crashing the boards and pounding them. But it's certainly U32 has a shot in any game that they have the shots falling.
Absolutely. Well said, Carl. And tonight we're going to take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting People's Academy Wolves. A senior wearing number 5, Harrison Frazee. A senior, number 11, Hudson Mays. He's coming off of an ankle injury, talking to Coach Yando before the game, so we'll see how that ankle is healing up tonight. Number 12, a senior, Quinn Culp. Number 25, a junior, Dylan Knight. And rounding out the starting 5 is the sophomore sharpshooter wearing number 14, Jack Lafayette.
And it is balling for a cure night here. It was supposed to be a couple weeks ago, and this game was rescheduled 3 times. This is the 3rd reschedule of this one, so it is. You'll notice the Raiders with their bright pink socks. Some of them kept those bright pink headbands on in honor of members of their families or friends or community that are battling cancer and for cancer awareness. So the Raiders starting lineup as well. We've got a senior wearing number 2, Cole Pitsley. Andrew McKinstry wearing number 3, he's a senior. Number 5, Carlo Concessi, a junior wearing number 5 rather. Number 10, a senior, Zach Parton. A sophomore wearing number 13, Carson DeForge, and John Meadows in his 2nd season as the head coach here at U32.
But tonight's starting lineups. First, the People's Academy.
Yeah, we'll talk about the players as they come out now, Garrett, for People's Academy. And the People's Academy Wolves do have some senior leadership out there. They got some size and strength. I watched the game against Spalding. We called that one here on CVTsport.net. They're tough, they're strong, they're physical, and they'll bang inside, So that's going to be a challenge for the Raiders. Certainly, they'll have to be ready fundamentally, and they'll have to find a player or 2 or 3 to take turns trying to shut down Lafayette.
I was going to say, it's going to be a collective team effort in taking on Lafayette. Like we said, he's an effortless scorer and an incredible playmaker. So, he's going to have to see multiple bodies tonight. So, that will be a key to success and limiting to 1 shot. I mean, U32 has to focus on the glass tonight and take their chances, in transition and passing up good shots and getting great shots on offense.
Absolutely, and defensively and rebounding. That's the key for them, and it has been all year. And here's one key offensively. Carson DeForge has really been playing well this season. He takes it to the rack super well, either draws the foul or he finishes great around the rim. Concessi, the junior point guard for U32, the last few games he's really started to heat up from long distance, so we like seeing that.
Andrew McKinstry coming out for U32. He had a strong out showing last night against Thetford, hitting, tough mid-range pull-ups. He can knock it down from three-point land, and he can also get into the lane, too.
Zach Parton coming out, we call him Jumping Zach Flash. He is fast, he gets off the ground. He's really playing just like Cole Pitsley coming out. Both of those seniors probably shooting forward and a defensive guard, and they're playing power forward and center for the Raiders, so we'll see what they can do tonight. Just a national anthem away. We'll be back with a tip-off of this People's Academy at U32 Raiders boys basketball game on CVTsport.net in just a moment.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont Sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com. Back to the action. Carl Parton and Garrett Sisley here with a tip-off. Peoples versus U32. Let's rock, Garrett.
Absolutely, Carl. We are looking forward to this. I mean, like you said, this is the second time this game has gotten rescheduled, and as we wind down towards the end, the end of the year, these games get magnified, and it's all about index points this time of year and where you're going to end up, for the Division II and Division III playoffs.
Yeah, if the Raiders get one of their final two games, either this one or Saturday's against Mount Anthony, they should move up to either the 15 or 16 spot. 16 would be ideal. It would give them a home playdown game, which they're really looking for, I think, against Enosburg. So that's the ideal if they can move up a spot.
And into the People's Academy hands, a three-pointer on the way. No good. Ends up in the hands of Quinn Culp. He gets the first bucket to go, doing work on the glass. Cross-court pass to Parton. Up top, Concessi. Three-pointer on the way. Bingo! Shooting it with confidence was Carlo Concessi.
I said it, like the last few games, he seems to be sighted in.
On the right side, Knight.
Nearly a 5-second call.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, yep.
Good defense, Carlo.
Inbound comes into Concessi from DeForge. Over to the left side, Parton gets it up top to Forge. Kicks it out, Concessi for three on the right side. Not there, followed up by McKinstry. Midi, got it. The rebound came right to McKinstry and just shooting it with confidence in that mid-range. Lafayette bringing the ball up over half court, gets it into the hands of Knight. Up top, Hudson Mays being guarded by McKinstry. Over to Frazee. Midi for Frazee, no good. Over the fingertips of Parton into the hands of Knight.
Ooh, that looked like a tweaked knee. Oh,
Yeah,
still battling out there.
he's
Worried
hobbling.
about Knight there. He grimaced in pain there, but he looks okay, so that's good news.
Deep three by Mace is no good. Outlet pass up to McKinstry in the corner into Concessi. And a push in the back.
Raiders are at their absolute best when they move the ball quickly like that. If they can keep that going. It's hard to defend too, Garrett. When the pass hits the open man like that, it's just tough to defend.
And we saw it last night with Thetford Academy. They pass extremely well. So, I mean, knowing where your guys are at all times, that just makes you all that much more dangerous. That foul is going to come back to Quinn Culp, his first personal. So U32 has it on the baseline. Inbound comes to DeForge, dribbles baseline, creates.
And one. Oh, it's the elbow out. I don't think Carson even feels it, but when he's driving to the hole, sometimes I call it the chicken wing, comes up just a little bit to protect the ball. And
I think I thought if the rule was if you bring it up and you keep it, close to your body, as long as you don't extend it,
Yep.
that's where the foul comes in. But either way, we're, tough.
Oh, and you can't face box. You can't face box. Parton's asking that the guy was grabbing his arm, but he was definitely giving a little nudge too.
So after the missed shot, the foul comes back to Zach Parton. Inbound comes into Lafayette. Tough two taken. The rebound comes down to Frazee. Three-pointer by Lafayette. Off rim, no good.
Yeah.
And a loose ball foul coming back to Parton.
It was battling in there in the post, and I think, ultimately when you talk to a ref, they remember.
Inbound comes into Lafayette. Tough mid-range jumper. Good defense by DeForge. Well, once again, the offensive rebound by Harrison Frazee. Goes back up strong, and he's going to create the contact and a step to the free throw line for two. First shot up, got it. Second shot on the way, got it. U32 gets the ball up over half court. McKinstry in the corner, bingo! Andrew McKinstry with 5 points here in the first half for U32. Carson DeForge taking on that defensive assignment against Lafayette. Into the hands of Blair Whitney checking into the game for People's Academy. Off to Frazee with the mid-range, got it. Good defense, good contest, but good offense beats good defense. So stepping right into a three is Concessi. Can't get it to go. Lafayette in the open court, mid-range jumper, got it.
Such a soft touch.
And it was like the defender wasn't even there. So knocking that one down with ease. Up top, DeForge. Mid-range for DeForge. Front rim, no good. Lafayette bringing the ball up, gets it into the hands of Whitney. Handoff. Lafayette has it on the left side. Looking down into the block to Frazee. Good post up, can't get it to go. Hits every part of the rim, but doesn't go in. And Elliot Zylenga picking the ball up. Gets it to McKinstry in the corner. Kicks it out, Concessi. DeForge for three. No good. Pitsley working hard on the glass. Goes up strong.
Pitsley does a good job using his pivots to work his way in around the post, being creative, and he draws a lot of fouls doing it.
And they gave him the left hand, gave him the left-handed driving lane, so he went right there and, created the contact, and that's a big foul. That's coming back on Quinn Culp, his second personal foul. First shot up by Pitsley is good. Checking into the game for People's Academy is Mason Wells, the senior.
One thing Todd Yando does well is he works the ball into the post, so that's definitely something the Raiders are going to have to be ready for.
U32 with a 2-point lead here in the first quarter. Lafayette dishes it off to Whitney for three. No good. Follow tip by Frazee is no good. Into the hands of Concessi. Finds its way to McKinstry. Zylenga to DeForge. Had Concessi on the baseline, but couldn't get it to him. Good up fake by Concessi, goes up strong. He's gonna draw the contact. That foul is gonna come back to Harrison Frazee. Carlo Concessi gonna step to the free throw line for 2. First shot on the way for Concessi, got it. Second shot on the way, bingo. U32 applying some pressure in the backcourt, ends up in the hands of Wells up over half court, gets it to Lafayette. Right-handed dribble trying to set up the offense. Good switch by U32 into the hands of Whitney, looking down onto the block to Wells. Can't get it to go, and Concessi with the follow-up rebound. He's taking it 1-on-3. Couldn't get the layup to go, so here comes Whitney the other way. The ball goes off a U32 fingertip.
Keegan Rossi will check into the game. Another guy that can heat up for U32 from time to time.
Inbound comes into Wells. Cross court to Mace. Mace has it up top. Creates some separation, mid-range. Got it. The behind the back, just smooth pull up at the free throw line for Hudson Mays. 2-point ball game. Pitsley for 3. Got it. Bangs in the 3-pointer for Cole Pitsley. The lead at 5 with 2:10 to go here in the first quarter. Lafayette has it. Gets it to Mays on the left side. Screen set by Frazee up top. Into the hands of Whitney. Screen set by Wells. Gets it down onto the block to Frazee. Up top, Whitney. Jab step, gets it to Wells. The half hook shot wasn't there, but great position by
Frazee got there so early, there's nothing Pitsley could do.
3-pointer on the way for Zylenga, no good. And a rebound controlled by Wells. And here comes People's Academy up over half court. Whitney for 3 on the right side, splash. In rhythm, no defender anywhere in sight, so we got a tie ball game.
Both teams shooting the ball well in this one.
A good strong move by Pitsley. That foul is going to come back to Mason Wells, his first personal. Concessi has it. Puts it up top, Zylenga. Doesn't look for the shot, gets it to Pitsley.
When Frazee stepped in on that one, he did not pick up the charge, picked up the foul, but also got whacked on that one. So injury to insult as he picks up the foul, and Pitsley will go to the line to shoot 2.
And I think he's got a little bit of blood going on over there. So, yeah, we're going to step out for that. Tied at 15 all, 1:04 to go in the first quarter.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
This game is made possible by M. Brown Trucking, taking care of all of your agricultural services, trucking, and snowplowing needs. M. Brown Trucking, you can reach them at 802-272-7009 or email them at mbrown.truckingvt@gmail.com.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food.
It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a billion-dollar bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
This game is made possible by sponsor-spots.com. Sponsor Spots is a simple way to raise money and feature sponsors on your website. Visit sponsor-spots.com. Sponsor Spots by 3Spark.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
Just a slight delay here, folks. There was an injury involving some blood. They're doing a thorough sanitary cleanup on this, and we'll be back to the action in just a few moments.
Back to the action. Cole Pitsley going to step to the free throw line for 2 after a little incident with some blood. One player went back to the locker room for People's Academy. So Pitsley, with the first of his 2 free throws, is just off front rim.
That was a 2-minute icing there for him waiting to get out there and take that shot.
Seamus Burgess into the game for People's Academy after Pitsley buries the second one. U32 with a 1-point lead, less than a minute to go. Intercepted by Pitsley. And the finish by Pitsley on the other end. Got it. Lafayette bringing the ball up. Good screen set by Wells, and bingo.
What a stroke.
Effortless scorer.
Just rises up, too. He gets very high on that jump shot, and then the form and follow-through is so nice.
And blocked by Wells on the floater attempt by Zylenga. No box out, but controlled by U32. Pitsley Could have just turned and taken it up court, but he saw
Heady play there, yeah.
Wells standing out of bounds, so.
And I think
Here,
he was a little off balance, so it was a smart play.
And a three-pointer for Rossi on the way, no good. Blocked by Burgess. And on the layup for Lafayette, he's got it. Half-court heave is no good, so that's going to do it for us here at the end of the first quarter. People's Academy with a 20-18 lead.
We'll be right back with more high school basketball on CVTsport.net.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Back here getting ready to start the second quarter here at U32.
Looks like Nolan Palmer's checking to the game. A little shout out from his super fans, Evan and Ryan Rice watching tonight live.
And Palmer bringing the ball up over half court. Gets it into the corner to Rossi. Cross court to Zylenga. He had Pitsley.
Good job by Zylenga going hard to that 50-50 ball.
There was a foul on that. And that foul does come back to Blair Whitney, his first personal. So into the hands of Palmer. Looking for that trap right up over half court and down into the corner. Zach Brown into the game as well for U32. Tough pass to Palmer down on the block. Can't get the scoop layup to go, but a little reach-in foul.
Zach Brown in the game also for U32. Had an outstanding game last night. He had 11 points in the senior game. Hit a couple three balls.
And that foul does come back to Cole Pitsley, his second personal foul. The sophomore Edwin Johnson checking into the game for U32. Lafayette bringing the ball up against the freshman Palmer. Over to Whitney, roll by Wells. And a step-through move, drawing a piece of arm, was Keegan Rossi on that one. So that will be the second team foul on U32. And Coach John Meadows is going to take a timeout. We'll take it too. 7:21 to go, 2018, People's Academy.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Back here at U32 High School, People's Academy set to take the ball out underneath their own basket.
Peoples has a lot of size, and they're really trying to exploit that by banging it, pounding it inside.
And going up strong, the same as Burgess, just taking Rossi down into the block. Up top, Zach Brown. Rossi for three on the way. Not there. And no offensive rebound for U32. Wells has it up top over to Hudson Mays. Deflected and ends up in the hands of Edwin Johnson. Zylenga bringing the ball up over half.
A lot of banging down low for both teams. The officials are doing a great job keeping it under control, making the calls.
That foul does come back to Burgess, his first personal. Inbound comes into Palmer on the baseline. Kicks it up top Rossi. Swings it to Johnson for three. Bingo!
All right, off the bench into the scoring column. Big three.
Big three-pointer, and shooting it with confidence was Edwin Johnson. On the right side, Whitney gets it down onto the block to Wells. Kicks it back out to Whitney.
Smart play by Whitney there. He would have got called for the travel.
And drawing the contact is Hudson Mays. Taking on two U32 defenders. And that foul does come back to Elliot Zylenga, his first personal. So Mays is going to step to the free throw line. First shot on the way, rattles around and got it.
Lafayette doing a good job letting the game come to him tonight, and you feel like at any point he might just be playing a little possum and could start to really attack and light it up for Peoples. U32 is going to have to be ready for Lafayette to start really making an impact.
Tipped around after the missed free throw, ends up in the hands of Wells, and just no free throw box out by U32 at all. So Wells just going up strong. Three-pointer on the way for Palmer on the left side. Bingo!
Raiders getting three-point shooting from a lot of different cast members tonight.
And that was a great move by Rossi, splitting the defenders and then just kicking it baseline for a completely wide open three. Dribble drive by Lafayette. Sees three defenders, but can't do anything about it. He gets the bucket to go.
Yeah, that was very well defended. He's just a dynamic scorer.
Three-pointer on the way for Rossi, not there. Floater by
Zach Brown.
And bringing the ball up is Dylan Knight up over half court. 3-point lead for People's Academy. Step back mid-range, not there. A long rebound comes into Wells. Puts the ball down and it goes off a U32 fingertip. Jackson Lemire and Carson DeForge checking into the game for U32. Inbound comes into Wells. And he's just using his size to his advantage.
And DeForge, I think, picks that foul up. That might be number 2 on DeForge. It really is tough. I think Coach Yandow has a good game plan, and I'm surprised more teams haven't done that this year against the Raiders, where you just pound it inside into your bigger post players and let them play taps off the backboard.
And the first free throw attempt draws nothing for Burgess, so stepping up for his second. Got it.
Good recovery after a tough first free throw.
And DeForge brings it up over half court in the hands of Brown in the corner. Back to DeForge, cross court to Lemire. Over to Palmer. Good give and go with Lemire. The give and go with the freshman.
I like it. Again, we're going to see that Palmer to Lemire to Palmer combo for the next few years. It's going to be a light for the future of U32 basketball there.
And Lemire draws the contact, so he's going to step to the free throw line. That's a second personal foul on Burgess. And the first free throw for Lemire is up and good. The second shot on the way. Rattles around, no good. Rebound controlled by Knight. Gets it to Lafayette. Being guarded by Palmer. Jab step. Given away. But those 50-50 balls ends up in the hands of Zach Brown. Gives it up to Johnson on the right side. Good.
That was the right pass. Great job by Brown.
Textbook.
And he waited to draw the defense before he dished it off too, so that was beautiful.
Tough mid-range for
Oh.
Lafayette.
Wow.
I didn't hear him call bank. Palmer bringing it up over, creates, gets it out to Brown for three. Not there. And Knight bringing the ball up for People's Academy. Gets it to Lafayette.
Illegal screen in the post. There was a lot of people mixing it up in there, and I think that one's going to get called against Seamus Burgess.
I believe that's going to be his third personal, yep.
Well, the Raiders a little bit relieved to have his size and strength out of the game. He's a tough matchup for U32, just big and strong, tall.
And bringing the ball up over half court into the hands of Palmer on the right side. Gets it up top, Lemaire. Crosses it to McKinstry for three. Front rim, no good. And hitting.
This is for the dunk. Oh, McKinstry might have got a piece of that ball.
Got back on defense, so the floater by DeForge can't get it to go. Picked off by Lemaire up over half court. To DeForge, back to McKinstry for three. Can't find it. Active hands, tipped away, but that tough fall away midi.
That's the way you stop Lafayette. It's not one guy, it's not two guys. The Raiders, every time he's going to the rack, are coming with 2-3 guys, reaching in, poking it away. You said, Garrett, in the pregame, watch Lafayette, because if he gets a breakaway, it's going to be a dunk. And I think he was trying for the dunk that time. He kind of slowed down a little bit, which let McKinstry catch up and poke that away when it was down around his knees.
So stepping to the free throw line is number 15, Charlie Culp, the freshman. And talking with Coach Yando before the game, Charlie Culp, he said, it has been a spark plug, just an energy player coming off the bench for People's Academy. So, second shot on the way is pure. 1 of 2 at the charity stripe for Charlie Culp. DeForge brings it up over half court. 4-point lead for People's Academy. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Out to McKinstry for three, not there. Outlet pass to Lafayette. And good contest by Lemire. But he gets the layup to go. The lead has stretched to 6 for People's Academy.
And really the tough situation there. The Raiders have gone ice cold from three-point land. Missed, I think, 4 in a row here in the last few series, down on the offensive end.
With 4 team fouls on People's Academy, you can't get that shot to go. Do anything you can to, try to get to the rim, get yourself to the free throw line. Somehow ends up in the McKinstry off the deflection. Good closeout on Lemire. Gives it to McKinstry on the baseline.
Nice up fake.
McKinstry was looking for the contact there on the up fake.
I thought there was a hand in the center of his back. He usually would get the and one on that, but
Lafayette has it on the right side. Pull up for three. Effortless.
wow.
Absolutely effortless for Lafayette.
Undefendable, too. I mean, there was a hand right in his face there. What more can you do?
On the right side, McKinstry for three. Splash.
Can answer it from the offensive side. That's what you can do, says Andrew.
Bringing the ball up over half court is Lafayette. Jab step. Good up fake. Close out for three. Not there. Good box out by Johnson. Gets it up in the hands of Palmer.
Good job. Oh, whoa. Palmer with a nice look off. Just enough to freeze the D, allow him to get his shot off and get the defense off balance so he could draw the foul.
And that foul's going to come back to Camden Strong, the senior for People's Academy. So Nolan Palmer steps to the free throw line. Pure on the first attempt.
Keegan Rossi back into the game for U32.
Substitution coming in for People's Academy, Hudson Mays into the game. Second shot on the way for Palmer. Rattles around, no good. Kept alive by Rossi into the hands of Lemire. Three-pointer for DeForge is no good. Up over half court into the hands of Dylan Knight. Crossover dribble, looking down onto the block to Wells. And just drop step over that left shoulder. Got it for two.
The Raiders definitely have to dig down on that. It can't be one-on-one in the post against the bigs from Peoples.
Tough pass out to McKinstry. Goes out of bounds. Carlo Concessi checking into the game for Nolan Palmer. And Elliot Zylenga checking in for Lemire. 5-point People's Academy lead. Lafayette bringing the ball up over half court against Carson DeForge. Jab step into the middle, kicks it out. Mays for three. Can't get it to go. That would have been a huge shot for Hudson Mays. Dribble drive, gets it out to Concessi. Good closeout by People's Academy. Quick pass to Rossi, over to Zylenga. Can't handle the pass, but gains control. Backdoor cut, not there, and Lafayette gonna thought about the dunk, but was like, I'm just gonna lay this one up instead.
Wasn't messing around after last time. McKinstry poking it away. Let's take the 2 points and run here in a close game.
Three-pointer by DeForge is no good, but offensive rebound by Zylenga gets it to Concessi for three. Second three-pointer on the night for Carlo Concessi. A 4-point lead, and Lafayette pulling up from three-quarter. Half-court heave.
Oh, almost.
Off backboard and front rim, so that's going to take us to halftime here at U32. Entertaining first half. And People's Academy going to take a 4-point lead into halftime. Don't go anywhere. We got second half action right after this. Three-pointer by DeForge is no good, but offensive rebound by Zylenga gets it to Concessi.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food.
It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a billion-dollar bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
This game is made possible by M. Brown Trucking, taking care of all of your agricultural services, trucking, and snowplowing needs. M. Brown Trucking, you can reach them at 802-272-7009 or email them at mbrown-truckingvt@gmail.com.
Do you have scrap metal taking up space in your home, business, or job site? Whether you're a contractor, electrician, manufacturer, service garage, or homeowner, Bolduc Metal Recycling, your local recycling up junk piles, keeping Vermont green and putting green in your wallet. Scrap metal load to them on Bolduc Road in Middlesex, where their 3 scales and professional staff will help you recycle it. Their roll-off containers come in a variety of sizes for one-time or ongoing scrap metal collection. They buy and recycle copper, brass, steel, wire, pipe, lead-acid batteries, cars, appliances, and more. They're contractor-friendly with years of experience and provide project walkthroughs. Let their team handle your site cleanup or demo. Bolduc also has storage containers in 20 or 40-foot lengths for rent or purchase. Perfect for keeping your valuable items out of the elements, safe, and close at hand. For more information, visit bolducmetalrecycling.com. Their name is their website, and as always, Bolduc Metal Recycling says, thanks a ton.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilson Consulting Engineering, providing heavy civil engineering and construction management services. Game is made possible by Parker's Quick Stop, family owned and operated for over 4 years, open 7 days a week for all your needs. Local Thank You Stop.
Welcome back to the second half. People's Academy leads the U32 Raiders by a score of 40-36. Good battle in the first half. Some big point scoring by some big stars for both teams, Garrett.
Yeah, I mean, the leading scorer tonight, the sophomore sharpshooter from People's Academy, Jack Lafayette, leading everybody in scoring with 16 first half points.
Quiet 16. He was unselfish, passing the ball, hitting his open teammates, but nice 16 for Lafayette.
And, Harrison Frazee with 6 points, Hudson Mays with 3 points, Quinn Culp with 2 points, Mason Wells with 4 points, Seamus Burgess with 3. Andrew McKinstry leading the charge for U32 with 10 points in that first half. Cole Pitsley and Carlo Concessi each with 8 points in the first half. So U32 down by 4. The difference in the game is just, controlling the boards. People's Academy has gotten, a couple second chance opportunities. So, they're going to start with the ball in the second half, and you said it, off air. Look for Lafayette to really try to take control here in this second half for People's Academy.
Peoples will start with the ball, and it looks like the starting lineup back in for the U32 Raiders.
Zach Parton, who sat that entire second quarter with his 2 personal fouls, is back into the game for U32. So Carson DeForge picking up Lafayette on the right side. Dylan Knight has it up top over to Hudson Mays.
Long distance.
Buries the deep 3 for People's Academy. 3-pointer by McKinstry is not there. And a turnover ends up in the hands of U32. Pitsley has it. Out to Parton up top. A 3-pointer by DeForge. Can't find it. Mid-range for McKinstry. Can't find it. Dylan Knight has it for People's Academy. Sneaky speed up over half court for Dylan Knight.
Battling out there with McKinstry, getting feisty.
Jab step by Mays. Mid-range jumper. Rattles around, no good. Rebound controlled by Pitsley. McKinstry has it. Ball fake, 3-pointer. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Quinn Culp. Almost turned over.
Good play there by Concessi to create some havoc and get the turnover.
And it will go be U32's ball underneath their own basket. Inbound comes into nobody except Jack Lafayette, and comes with a left-handed layup. Can't get it to go by Dylan Knight. Concessi bringing the ball up over half court with a right-handed dribble, and tipped away by the big man. A little bit too far for Lafayette. And it goes out of bounds. Very fortunate for U32 that wasn't a breakaway layup. DeForge has it on the right side. A floater in the lane, rattles around and got it.
Nice shooter's roll there.
Not an easy shot by any means, but getting into the scoring column is Carson DeForge. Ooh, thought there was a feet shuffle there, but the foot was on the line. Yep. Was looking for the pass up top. So we'll go U32's way, trying to cut into that 5-point People's Academy lead. Into the hands of Concessi. Brings it up over half court. 3-2 zone by People's Academy. Into the hands of McKinstry. Over to DeForge. Down onto the baseline to Parton. Thrown right at the knees, and very, very tough for Pitsley to handle.
And not a bad foul by McKinstry there. It was definitely a tough situation, one-on-one with Lafayette, and not many people are going to stay with Lafayette.
First personal foul on Andrew McKinstry, first on U32 here in this second half. Inbound comes into Lafayette at the 3-point line. Jab step, pull up, off back iron, no good. And coming down with the board was People's Academy. And Hudson Mays just working hard down on the block, gets it to go. Up over half court is Concessi. Over to McKinstry. Concessi. Back out McKinstry after the deflection. Gets it to Parton, but it goes out of bounds, and it will go People's Academy way.
The full court pressure maybe by Concessi and the Raiders.
Into the hands of Hudson Mays. He gives it right back to Lafayette. Mays wasn't looking for the pass, but still catches it. Down onto the block to Wells. Just using his size and strength. Going right up over that right shoulder. And that lead has grown to 9. U32 bringing the ball up over half court. Timeout taken by Coach John Meadows. We'll take it to 4:53 to go here in the second quarter. 47-38. People's Academy on top. Has it up top over to Hudson Mays.
Long distance.
Back here at U32 High School, the lead has grown to 9 for the People's Academy Wolves. 4:53 to go here in the third quarter. Inbound comes into Concessi. He gives it to Parton on the cross-court pass. Cross-court back to DeForge. And into the hands of Lafayette. Lafayette bringing the ball up, looks it down into the block to Wells, double team. And a good job with the weak side, help side defense.
Well, it's definitely what the Raiders have to do. They need to double down on the bigs and the posts. They're super strong.
And after the jump ball, U32 in possession. DeForge for 3. Can't find it. And the rebound controlled by Knight. And Knight bringing the ball up over half court. Down onto the block to Wells. Soft touch for the big man. Gets it to go. McKinstry has it. Down onto the block to Parton. Cross court to DeForge. Got it. Good passing, and Carson DeForge finding himself all alone underneath.
Ooh, way too open for Lafayette. Rare miss.
Very rare miss, and the offensive rebound comes down to Quinn Colt. Finds its way to Lafayette, just effortless from the mid-range. His first points here in the second half for Jack Lafayette. On the right side, Concessi gets it to McKinstry. Ball fake. Gets it up top, Parton. Has to go into the backcourt. Turnover. And into the hands of Lafayette. And going spin move back over his right shoulder, gets the layup to go, and the lead has grown to 13 with just over 3 minutes to go. Kick out to Pinsley for 3. Front rim, no good. And Dylan Knight bringing the ball up for People's Academy. Tipped away, kicks it out to Knight for 3. And hitting the support strap above the basket. So we'll go U32's way. Keegan Rossi checking into the game for U32. Carlo Concessi bringing the ball up for U32. Into the hands of Pitsley. Back to Concessi. Rossi at the mid-range. Pitsley has it. Not looking for the shot. McKinstry in the corner for three. Splash!
Raiders needed that. Heat up a little bit from the perimeter.
Cut that lead to 10. Lafayette with a right-handed dribble up over half court. Brings it back to his left, kicks it to the corner. Culp gets it up top, Knight. Over to Mays.
Lafayette demands so much attention. He really does open up his teammates, and they're starting to hit tonight.
And Hudson Mays with 3 points in that first half. He's got 7 here in the second half so far.
Good position by Rossi that time to crash the offensive boards and create something.
Working hard down there, and we'll stay with U32. Blair Whitney into the game, as well as Camden Strong for People's Academy. Zach Brown into the game for U32 as well. Inbound comes into DeForge to Concessi. Dribbles hard, left-handed layup, can't get it to go. Whitney bringing the ball up, gets it to Lafayette. Settles it down. Right-handed dribble, floater off the back iron, no good. DeForge has it for U32. Taking it strong, lays it off to Rossi for 2. First points on the night for Keegan Rossi. Whitney with a right-handed dribble, steps it off. What a dish and layoff to Mason Wells. He's just waiting on that weak side block. Zach Brown gets it, gives it to Rossi at the free throw line.
Ooh. Good strong take by Rossi.
Shielding the defender and then going up strong against Wells. That'll be his second personal foul. Rossi at the free throw line. First shot on the way, got it. Edwin Johnson and Elliot Zylenga into the game, as well as Nolan Palmer for U32. The second shot on the way, pure. Inbound comes into Lafayette with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Comes down good.
Yeah,
Weak side help.
Rossi really dug down like a badger digging a hole there. I loved it.
Kicks it out to Rossi for 3. Tried to keep it alive was Zylenga after the missed shot by Rossi. Can't do it, so it will stay with People's Academy. Under a minute to go here in this third quarter. People's Academy with a 10-point lead. Crossover by Lafayette. Culp gets it to Strong. Back into the hands of Lafayette. Being very patient. Gonna hold for the final shot. Into the hands of Wells. Gets it to Mays. And picked off by Rossi. Brings it up over half court and taking it strong to the hole.
Ooh.
Cross court pass to Palmer for 3. Splash! Big shot there for U32, and the half court heave is no good for People's Academy. So folks, do not go anywhere. 7-point ball game as we head to the fourth quarter. People's Academy ahead 57-50.
This game is made possible by M. Brown Trucking, taking care of all of your agricultural services, trucking, and snowplowing needs. M. Brown Trucking, you can reach them at 802-272-7009 or email them at mbrown-truckingvt@gmail.com.
Back here at U32 High School, getting ready for the fourth quarter. A 57-50 lead in favor of People's Academy. And we talked before the ball game, you know, this is U32's last home game. They will travel to Mount Anthony on Saturday for their final regular season game. So a win tonight or in their regular season finale would potentially put U32 in a play-in game against Enosburg in the playoffs. And, you know, People's Academy looking for some quality Division II index points themselves to try to move up. And after the floater by Lafayette goes out of bounds off a U32 fingertip, it will stay with People's Academy. The inbound comes into Lafayette, and he's been creating that separation because they've inbounded it to him at the three-point line, so he fakes that and dips right under on the block and creates the contact against Palmer. Very smart move by Lafayette, and he's gonna step to the free throw line. Off back iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Colt, and Zach Brown comes out of nowhere. Goes off of U32, so the lead stays at 9. Hudson Mays taking the ball out for People's Academy. Inbound comes into Lafayette. Back to Mays.
Good defense by Zylanga that time.
Yeah, I thought Mays got away with a little shoulder push off there, but either way, it's U32's possession. Zach Brown in the corner gets it down to Palmer on the baseline. Zylanga over to Johnson. Step through, gets it to Palmer, down onto the block. To Zach Brown, floater. Tough shot over the big man Wells. Blair Whitney in possession for People's Academy. Mays has it.
Might have got away with the travel and a little forearm shiver there that time.
Yeah, I thought he dragged that pivot foot too as well at the three-point line. So the lead has grown to 11. Into the middle to Rossi at the free throw line. Kicks it to Palmer, back to Johnson. Step through. Zach Brown for three.
Oh,
good look. Surprised Palmer didn't go right back up with it. Came down with that rebound. And after the behind-the-back dribble, goes to Lafayette. Nobody boxing out the big man coming down streaking down the middle of the lane, draws the contact. That foul's going to come back to Nolan Palmer, his second personal foul. So Mason Wells going to step to the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. First shot on the way.
And are the Raiders just going to give up that low block spot? I don't know what's going on here. I like having four guys in and boxing out hard on those free throws. They've already given up a couple offensive rebounds on the free throws. Not sure why they don't have the fourth guy in right now.
And second shot on the way by Wells is good. And checking out is the big man, but bringing in Seamus Burgess for People's Academy. Carson Forge has it for U32 up over half court. Jackson Lemire into the game for U32. Kicks it out to three-point land for DeForge. Finally finds the range at three-point. 9-point lead in favor of People's Academy. Lafayette, tough mid-range. Off back rim, no good. And just taken away. Burgess, Rossi grabs the rebound with a rip and run. Can't get the layup to go on the fast break attempt, so it comes into the hands of Lafayette up over half court. Over to Whitney, screen set by Lafayette. Back to him on the switch. DeForge back over into the corner. To Mays, drives baseline, floater in the lane. Just leaning in and creating that contact.
Good patient offense by People's Academy.
9-point lead with 5:25 to go. And the foul comes back to Jackson Lemire. And Hudson Mays stepping to the free throw line, trying to add to his big second half. Free throw is pure. Second shot, off back rim, no good. Rebound controlled by DeForge.
Now Green actually poked that when it was in DeForge's hands and they're standing out of bounds, so Raiders get it.
Very good eyes, Carl. The inbound comes in to DeForge. He brings it up over half court. Jackson for three.
Action Jackson.
Catch and shoot with confidence on that three-point attempt, and a timeout taken by Coach Meadows. We'll take it too. 5:13 to go. 7-point lead in favor of People's Academy. Back here at U32 High School, and after the timeout, U32 setting up in a full court press. Looks like a 1-2-2. Cross court pass to Lafayette. Double teamed in the backcourt, gets it up over half to Mays. Down into the corner, tipped away by Rossi, and good hustle into the hands of Edwin Johnson.
Rossi's had some great defensive plays here in the second half. Good ball faking by Brown.
Into the hands of Lafayette after the turnover. And a floater in the lane. Got it. Going to try to finish off the old-fashioned three-point play is Lafayette. Free throw is good. DeForge has it for U32, back to a 10-point lead.
That was a dive. Nice shot by
floater
DeForge.
in the lane by DeForge is good. And a turnover by People's Academy ends up in the hands of U32. DeForge has it, almost picked off, but he's taking it strong to the hole. He's going to draw the contact. And Carson DeForge going to step to the free throw line. Nine points all in the second half for Carson DeForge after the tough shooting performance. Tough shooting in the first half. Has seemed to found his groove here in the second half. So the free throw is pure. Cole Pitsley checking into the game for U32.
Conchesi as well.
Second shot is good. 6-point ball game, 4:23 to go. Trap in the corner. Met right at half court. And trap over half court results in a U32 foul. So for the final 4:18, any common foul will put People's Academy at the free throw line. Hudson Mays steps to the free throw line. Got the first one. 3 for 3 on the night is Hudson Mays at the charity stripe. Second shot, got it. Sessi bringing the ball up over half court, 8-point lead. Jackson Lemire into the game for U32. Ball at the feet of DeForge, can't get it to go. And a strong take by Lafayette, can't get the shot to go. Good defense by Parton.
And I'll tell you that all of People's Academy this second half has been getting in the passing lane so well. They've been making it really tough for this Raider team to move the ball.
Zoned by People's Academy, dribble drive by DeForge. A little bit of contact there, can't get it to go. Pitsley with pressure in the backcourt, finds its way to Mays in the corner for 3. Talk about shooter's touch. Hudson Mays continuing his strong second half. 3-pointer by Lemire. Offside rim, no good. Tries to follow up his own miss, can't find it. So it goes out of bounds off of U32. Inbound comes into Quinn Culp. Lafayette bringing the ball up over half court. Trap over half court. Blair Whitney kicks it out. Mays, same spot. Not the same result this time. Concessi gives it to DeForge. Kicks it out, Concessi. 3-pointer on the way, pure. Carlo Concessi with 11 points on the night, his first 3-pointer here in the second half. Whitney gets it into the hands of Burgess over half court.
Good job by the Raiders hustling back in that press, and that's something they haven't done well this season, but after getting beat in the press, just tearing back into the paint and becoming dangerous defensively and being in on the play. So good job that time by U32.
Cole Pitsley picking up the personal foul, so stepping to the free throw line is Blair Whitney. His first shot is off back iron. Second shot on the way, got it. Stick around, folks. At the end of the game, we'll be picking the CBTsport.net player of the game. Concessi for 3. Tries to throw it off a foot, but it ends up in the hands of Hudson Mays. And an errant pass, trying to find Lafayette in the corner. Can't corral it, so it goes U32's way. 9-point lead for People's Academy, 2:30 to go in the game. Concessi gives it to DeForge at the top, over to Parton into the corner. Lemire for 3, can't find it. Into the hands of Mays. Swinging it around in the hands of Lafayette. Back to Whitney, back to Lafayette. Down on the block to Culp. Back up top Lafayette. Down onto the block to Burgess. Can't get it to go. And the rebound controlled by Lemire. Concessi has it. Cross court pass to DeForge. Step through and a whack on the arm.
Good court sense there, and just balance that time for DeForge to just jump stop to his left, to draw the foul, and just staying on balance the whole time though.
And the foul comes back to Quinn Culp, his 4th personal foul. Front rim for DeForge on the first attempt is no good. Andrew McKinstry checking back into the game for U32. DeForge at the line. Second shot is good. Up to Culp over half court. And a turnover, almost a turnover. McKinstry couldn't hold on to it. Lafayette finds baseline.
That was really close. Hudson Mace put a foot out of bounds before he came in on that one.
Up top to Forge on the right side. Into Concessi over half court. And the hands of Rossi on the left side. Cross court pass to McKinstry, and just a good defense. Playing the ball while it's in the air by Culp. Finds its way to Wells underneath the basket. Got it for two.
Mason Wells has had a really great day today for People's Academy, just taking what the Raiders were giving him.
And bringing the ball up over half court, tipped away by McKinstry. Three-pointer on the way for Lemire is good.
Not what we want to see with our final game in 2 days of the regular season. Carson DeForge really holding that left arm. It looked like it got stuck under a couple People's Academy players when they all went diving onto the floor. And hoping it's just a little muscle twinge.
Inbound comes into Lafayette, gives it up to Whitney. Back to Lafayette. In the backcourt still. Given up and given to Rossi. The three-pointer not by Concessi. McKinstry, Zylenga. Back to Lemire for three. Rattles around, can't get it to go. Elliot Zylenga going to step to the free throw line.
Official Steve Sissio talking to Coach Yando, still fired up and coaching hard here with under 20 seconds remaining, and telling him to stay in his coaching box. But I know for a fact I saw Yando down in the corner at one point in the first half, coaching from down there.
And the first free throw attempt by Zylenga was good. His second shot on the way, off front rim.
We forgot to give a shout out to Coach Yando's brother watching in Indiana, we believe, and maybe giving some coaching tips after the game. So howdy do to Indiana.
And that is gonna do it for People's Academy tonight, coming away with a huge 76-68 win over the U32 Raiders tonight, upping their record to 5-14 on the year. U32 drops to 2-17 on the year.
Just super fun to watch People's Academy play. Lafayette, we're going to get to see a couple more seasons, assuming he sticks around People's Academy. But, I could imagine St. J maybe peeking at him a little bit. They always seem to find players like Lafayette at the Academy for some reason. But certainly a good effort by U32, and they were hitting their three-pointers tonight much better than usual. Second half, again, the rebounding and the defense hurt quite a bit, and the turnovers in the second half really made a huge difference. People's Academy picked up their defense in that second half, got in the passing lanes, put together a handful of steals in key moments, and that's when they were able to pull it away and get some insurance. Looks like the People's Academy Wolves improved their record to 5-14. I don't think they're going to move from that number 13 spot in D3, which means more than likely they're headed up to Richford to take on number 4 Richford in the D3 playoffs next week.
And rounding out the scoring tonight, and our CBTsport.net player of the game. Huge shout out to Andrew McKinstry on the night, 13 points on the night. Carson DeForge with 12 points, all in the second half. And Hudson Mays, huge shout out to him for People's Academy. 20 points on the night after only having 3 points in that first half, coming back with 17 in the second half. But the leading scorer tonight and our CVTsport.net player of the game, Jack Lafayette, playing, just doing what he does. A calm, cool, collected 25 points, very efficient, doing it on defense and as well on offense. So that is going to do it for us tonight here at U32. For Italia DeForge on camera, Carl, our producer and color commentary tonight. Thank you very much, Carl.
Thank you, Garrett. A lot of fun.
And we will see you again soon. Have a good night, everybody.
This has been a local sports video production brought to you by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!